Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back. I'm happy to be here and I hope you are too. In today's video I wanted to try something a bit different. As I told you all, I want to kind of get into more talking videos, advice, and I thought, okay cool, I want to do that, but also I'm quite energetic, so I thought let me also do at the same time my nighttime skincare routine. Okay, my ideal nighttime skincare routine, because trust me, I do not do this every night. But I thought, you know what, I have so many different skincare products as I'm actually trying to get into skincare, so I thought, why not try it out, why not use what I have, and why not also give some advice to my lovely subscribers and anyone who is new. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video if you like the video, like the video if you like the video, and share with someone who needs this message. Today's video is all about comparison. How to stop comparing yourself to others. Now, before I get into it, I'm going to research what is comparison, because we need to know what it is before we start diving into it. According to Google, comparison means a consideration or estimate of the similarities or dissimilarities between two things or people. Comparison. Right, the first thing I'm going to do in my skincare routine is apply this face mask, which is from Lush. It is called Glen Coco. That is not with a French accent, I just decided to use a French accent. This is like natural. Lush is really good for my skin because they like lots of natural products, and I have quite sensitive skin and quite dry skin at times, so I need Lush. But yeah, I'm going to apply this face mask on my face. It actually like looks like chocolate. It smells like chocolate, but it's not chocolate. Don't be fooled, don't eat it. But if I'm looking this way, it's because my mirror is here. So I'm not trying to ignore it. I feel like comparison is a very sticky topic, and I feel like everyone goes through comparison. Everyone at one point in their lives has compared themselves to other people. I feel like for myself, this was especially true in high school. Comparison was like very high for me in high school, because that's all we're taught in a way. Like we're always taught to oh, what did you get, what did you get, what did you get? Like I feel like it just becomes such a natural thing that we forget how detrimental it is. I look so silly. That we forget how detrimental it is to our psyche and to our well-being. And I feel like comparison has increased nowadays because of social media. Yes, I feel like social media is the cause of so many problems, guys. I really do excuse how I look right now. Social media is a cause of a lot of problems, but I mean it's also brought about good things. But I think it's increased because now it's not just our grades that back in school, it's not just our grades that we're competing with, it's also our lives. Like now we're also showing other people, oh, this is what I have with my life, this is what my family have, this is what my sister has, this is what my life is like, this is how many cars we have. Before it was just a case of you just heard it, you didn't necessarily like, but now you see it because people can document their lives on social media. And I think comparison is really getting to a lot of people. As I've said, I do at times compare myself, and even like regardless of like education, it could be certain things like relationships, faith walk, so many different things that people don't realize, like they all feed into the idea of comparison basically. I do believe that comparison can sometimes be healthy. Comparison can sometimes be healthy in that you compare yourselves to other people because you want what they have. So that enables you to work for what they have, if that makes sense. And I feel like it can be healthy in that way. That's the case where comparison is turned into inspiration, where I'm like, I can see that, oh, this girl has this and that and this and that, but I also want this and that, right? So how am I going to get this and that? That would be the ideal scenario, but it's not. but it's not. We compare ourselves and we make ourselves feel bad. We are harsh on ourselves and we say, oh, I should have this. Oh, at this age, how has this person got engaged and she's only 23? How has this person got this and they're only 21? How has this person got this and got a house and owns 10 properties? The list goes on, and we constantly compare ourselves and we constantly make ourselves feel like rubbish. It's just not healthy. It's just not healthy at all. What I want to provide in this video is practical tips on how you can get over comparing yourself, because it's 2023. I feel like we need to stop putting ourselves in situations that we know are not healthy for us. We know how, but I know how I feel when I open my TikTok and I see the babe who has everything ideally that I potentially would want. The car, the relationship, the house, whatever, right? I know it triggers me, and I'm doing practical steps to stop this triggering of things, because it's just not healthy for me. It's not healthy at all. So I've actually left this on for around like 5 minutes now, and I'm gonna wash it off and get back into the video. So I've now washed off the chocolate off my face, and I'm gonna go in with my face coffee scrub thing that I have. Whenever you start to feel like, oh, I feel like I'm comparing myself to this person, there are multiple steps that I would advise you to take. These steps is what I call the 3 A's. Yes, guys, I have got like, it's not called an acronym. It's like when you, it's a word. I forgot what word it is. But yeah, so I have this thing that I am doing, and it's called basically the 3 A's, and it stands for acknowledge, ask, and action. Acknowledge, ask, action. The first thing on how to stop comparison is when you feel that feeling inside of you, the feeling of maybe jealousy, when you feel the feeling of like sadness, when you are comparing yourself to someone else, the first thing that I need you to do is acknowledge it. We are human, okay? It is normal to want what another primitive human has, if that makes sense. It is normal to want what other people have. You need to be honest with yourself and acknowledge it. Don't brush under the carpet. Don't feel the feeling, get irate, get into your feelings, and then just forget about it. You need to there and then, if you are serious about stopping this comparison feeling, you need to there and then acknowledge it. Ooh, I just saw this post and now my body feels a certain type of way. Now I'm starting to feel a bit upset. I wasn't upset before I saw this post, so what is going on? This is you acknowledging it. This is you saying, okay, you know, maybe I am comparing myself. Maybe that's what that feeling is. You need to acknowledge it. If you're out and you look good, but you see someone else who looks good, that's not a word. If you see someone else who looks better, maybe they have a nicer dress for you, and you start to feel a bit, what you need to do then and there is acknowledge it. Don't push it, don't brush it away, don't like stay with it. You need to acknowledge it. 2 things you need to think. Why am I feeling this way? Why am I feeling this way? Why have I seen another beautiful girl and I'm starting to feel a bit insecure? Why have I seen someone who's just posted good news and I'm starting to feel a bit insecure? A bit iffy, like I'm starting to feel a bit upset about my current situation. You need to acknowledge this feeling, because it is a feeling. Feelings are understandable, however, feelings are temperamental. That's what you need to understand. It is in that moment that you feel this jealousy, and it is in that moment that you need to decide, I am going to sort this out. I am going to put and stop. I'm not going to feel this way anymore. The second thing you need to do under the acknowledge tab is, why is it affecting me? Maybe it's affecting you because lately you haven't done your hair. You don't look as good as you wanted to. Maybe it's lately you haven't managed to get, I don't know, enough work done, and you've just seen someone be productive for the past 12 hours. Why? Because it's not every single time that you're on social media that you feel this comparison. It's at certain points in the day, at certain points in your life, in the month, however. So you need to think, why is it affecting me today? Like, what is going on today? Maybe you've just seen something about a woman who's done successful, made 7 figures in her business, and you just tried to apply for a grant and you didn't get it. Listen, these things happen. The power that you have is to not let that comparison rule over you, but to acknowledge it. You need to acknowledge this feeling of comparison, acknowledge this feeling of jealousy. After we've acknowledged our feelings of jealousy, comparison, we are now going to ask ourselves, but do I actually want what they have? Like, realistically, I know that social media is telling me I should. I know that social media is telling me this is the way forward, yada, yada, yada. But do I actually want what they have? You know, maybe it's just the way that they frame it. Maybe they've made a celebratory post, and you just feel a certain type of way. Like, it's just because it's, you know, a certain day, maybe on it's the time of the month, so you're feeling a bit more extra emotional. You know, there's certain things that affect our feelings. So we need to think, do I actually want what they want, or is it just what, you know, I'm meant to, people have told me I should want? For example, if you are single, I made a video, single for Valentine's Day. Watch this video if you haven't checked it out. I mean, Valentine's Day is gone, but it's just the video does give practical advice for being single, and I probably will make more videos about that. But in the video, I discuss how as long as you're happy, if you are happy being single, then Valentine's Day shouldn't bother you. But when I say happy, I don't necessarily mean that, oh hallelujah, I ain't got no one to talk to, it's just that you're secure that, okay, cool, maybe not this year, but you know, I still have hope. That kind of happiness. I'm not saying that you have to be rejoicing because you don't have a partner. It's literally just that kind of happiness. And why I'm saying this is because I'm saying a lot of the time we are told by society that we should want a certain thing, that we should want this and we should want that. So when we see other people getting this achievement and milestone, we're also like, oh my god, I need to have that as well. But no, baby girl, you never wanted that. You never wanted to get a house by 25. You never wanted to be in a relationship in your 20s. You never wanted that. So you need to ask yourself, do I really want this? Like, this feeling that I'm even getting because I just saw this post, I've just heard this news about someone in my family, I've just heard this news about my friend, like, do I want that? For example, if your friend is potentially a social media content creator and they've just reached 100,000 subscribers and you're like, damn, I want 100,000 subscribers. Girl, you're a consultant. Like, make it make sense. Just because that is a milestone for them doesn't mean it needs to be a milestone for you. That's practically what I am saying. After asking ourselves, we need to now do what? We need to take action. I'm gonna just finish applying this. I'm gonna wash it off, and then I'm gonna go in with eye brightening things, and then after that I'm gonna do a face mask. Now washed off my coffee face mask thing. I think I've even still got some on my chin. So I've now washed it off, and I'm gonna go in with my Mario Badescu. I should have actually shown you. This is the coffee. If anyone is wondering, this is the coffee. This is the coffee mask that I just used, if anyone's wondering. And this is now the Mario Badescu. I use this. I started using this in like summer because my sister had it in her house, and I was using it every time I come out the shower. I used to spray it on a pad and put it on my face, and it does work. But however, I felt like it's just too good to be wasted, if that makes sense, and I felt like the pad just absorbed it. So as of recently, I've been using it as, I think people actually use this as like a setting spray as well, or primer spray. I've been using it like, come out the bath, I normally go over my face with like witch hazel, and then I use this and I just spray it like so. Yeah, basically, and just let it sit. So while I let it sit, I'm gonna move on to the next thing. So far in the 3 A's, I've spoken about acknowledge and ask. The third A is action. We gotta take action, okay? You are comparing yourself to others. You've acknowledged this. You've asked yourself, hold on, but like, is this even what I want? So you're kind of coming to your senses now. You're kind of realizing, okay, maybe this comparison thing right now, it doesn't need to happen. Maybe why, like, what is the point in it? You're now going to take action, okay? You've realized that you don't want to feel this way. You realize that this is not healthy for you, so you're going to take action. When you're taking action, you are thinking to yourself, what can I now do to turn this negative feeling into something positive? All right, because ultimately we don't feel nice when we're comparing ourselves to others. So what can we do to turn this into a positive? As I said earlier, I said how comparison can be used as inspiration. So that is definitely one thing that you can do. You can, instead of seeing it as someone to compare yourself to, you can see it as someone to inspire to, okay? If it is something that you want, if you have asked yourself, is this really what I want? This girl has posted that she has a 6-figure business. Do I want a 6-figure business? Yes, I do want a 6-figure business. Okay, cool. What are the steps I'm going to take? I'm going to use her as inspiration. I'm going to see what she's doing. Oh, she's advertised a course. Oh, she's told me to do this and that. I'm going to see what this person is doing, and I am going to emulate, not copy, but I'm going to emulate also and use the advice she's giving. When taking action, another thing that we can do while we're acknowledging, while asking ourselves various things, the action we can take is we can stop the feeder. And what I mean by this is we can stop the thing that is making us compare ourselves. E.G. If you have a friend who just constantly always talks about other people and constantly says, oh, this person's doing this, or this person's doing this, or talks about themselves, oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm so amazing, I'm doing that, I'm doing this. You can stop the feeder. Similarly, if it's social media, if you're scrolling, you constantly see a certain person in your FYP, or if you see just things that you don't want to see, if you're on LinkedIn and you're just constantly seeing, you stop the feeder. So how do you do this? Okay, cool. Well, if it's social media, there's things that you can do. You can either block the person, you can unfollow the person, or you can mute the person. All right, depending on the relationship that you have with the person. If it's maybe a close friend, or I don't know, maybe someone who, like, it would be a bit awkward to just block, mute. Like, the mute button is sweet. Like, the mute button is sweet, all right? You can block the person if you just want to get them rid of them, or you can just unfollow, really and truly. You can just unfollow. That's another thing that you need to do. While you're acknowledging, I think it's also important to remember it's not this person's fault. But from now on, the feeling that they may have contributed to you, this feeling of comparison and this feeling of not being good enough, or, you know, feeling jealous, maybe they may have contributed to this feeling, but ultimately you can't blame them. You can't blame them for doing well in their lives. You can't say, oh, it's because of you I felt this way. No, it's because of yourself. And as you are going to check that, you're going to take the work and you're going to realize that, okay, maybe following this person isn't good for me at this moment. Maybe seeing this all the time isn't good. Maybe talking to this friend isn't good. So I'm going to reduce everything, okay? Politely, maybe find a way to make different friends so you have a wider avenue of people who you can speak to, and you know that, okay, cool, I don't always have to be around this friend, and I don't always have to feel this feeling of just not doing enough, not being enough because they're doing everything, you know. Basically just that. You just need to be able to stop the feeder. Stop the feeder. Stop whatever is making you feel a certain type of way. I'm now going to put on these under eye mask, vitamin C infused. They're really good, so I'm going to use them. So I've actually decided to add in another A as an addition, and the A I want to look at, it's very like close to action, so it's a part of the action group, and it's adjust your standard. Maybe you're looking at other people because you are seeing them as a standard. You are seeing them as, this is how I'm supposed to live my life. This is it. This person has an amazing life. I need to have this as well. Yada, yada, yada. You need to adjust your standard. You need to stop looking at other people as the standard, and you need to see yourself as a standard. An action that comes with trying to stop comparison is pursuing personal growth. You need to acknowledge and everything that I have said beforehand, and see this feeling and see why am I feeling this way? Is it because I want to be like this person? Okay, cool. Well, I'm going to pursue personal growth, not necessarily to be like her, but to, in a way, emulate that person. but in my own standard, in my own way. This does not mean you need to copy everything they do. It just means, as I've said, take inspiration. Become the person who you dream of. Become the person who you dream of, not who anyone else dreams of, but who you dream of. We need to pursue our personal growth. We need to stay in our lane, okay? I think the thing with comparison is we just always look at other people, but look at yourself. Look, how can I improve? How can I do better? How can I be able to do certain things and whatnot? Like, how can I improve? As I said, well, we need to pursue personal growth. I've done the wrong way around. We need to pursue personal growth, because personal growth is a very important part of our journey. As much as we're hoping to be like another person, the next person, they're looking at someone else and compare. The cycle doesn't stop, okay? So if you're constantly looking outside and looking at other people and making them your standard, it's not going to end well, because you're never going to be content. You're never going to be happy, because it's not within you. It's outside of you. You're chasing something that you can't get. Okay, you can get it, but in a way that is catered to you. There's a saying that goes, the grass is greener on the other side, until you get onto the other side and you realize that there's dog poo on it. Yes, it may not be what you want. Just because someone else has this life doesn't mean that you realistically will want it. That's why it's so important to pursue your own truth, pursue your own life, pursue your own goals, because ultimately it is your life. And what happens with comparison is when you constantly compare what you have becomes less. You're never satisfied, you're never happy, because you're just constantly saying, oh, but this person has this, but this person has this. No. I need to look at myself. I need to focus on myself. I need to face my front. I need to stay in my lane. What can I do to create a life that I want to live? What can I do to create my dream life, become my reality? Like, there's so many different things, and you need to acknowledge that you comparing is not going to help you. It's not going to help you. It's only going to make you feel bad and make you feel upset about yourself. A lot of the time, as I said before, if you're constantly comparing yourself, comparing what you have becomes less. You need to acknowledge, and you need to remember and see and practice the gratitude of, wow, I have life, I have a family who loves me, I have this, I have that. There's so many things that I have, even though I may not have what Stacey has. I love the name Stacey, by the way. If you're called Stacey, I do apologize. I use Stacey as my fake, name. So I do apologize. Stacey and Jenny, you're gonna hear them a lot. But if you constantly seeing Stacey and you're saying, oh, Stacey has this, Stacey has that, Stacey's doing this, Stacey's doing that. But baby girl, you're also doing big things. It's just that you don't have to brag about it. It's just that you're choosing to maybe not speak about it. I think that's something that I've acknowledged as well. I've done multiple things, but I haven't posted on social media. And I think that's the weird thing that happens, that if it's not posted, it didn't happen, whatever. But you need to find a way to practice gratitude. For me, what I try and do is I have like a jar. I saw this online, and it's like a jar that you can literally, anytime I feel happy or anytime I feel, an event has happened and I feel good and I just want to write about it, if I achieve something, I write on a post-it note and I put it into this jar. At the end of the year, I then open up the jar and I see all the things that I'm grateful for, because I feel like a lot of the times, if you don't have significant milestones in life, like if you didn't graduate in the year, if you didn't have a baby in the year, if you didn't get married, if you didn't find your soulmate, sometimes it's as if like, oh, well, what happened in your year? Like if you didn't get a new job, it's like, oh, what did you do? But no, you did a lot. You did a lot. You swam for the first time after you were scared of drowning for 14 years. Like, there are so many things that people do, but it's just because maybe it's not big enough. We choose not to put it on social media. Practice gratitude and be grateful for what you have, because what you have is immense. What you have is amazing. So write all of this down, put it in the jar. End of the year, go through the jar, and you will see. You will see how many things life has given to you and how much everything has been blessed for you. Okay, it may not have been significant, but it's something that has been amazing. You've enjoyed the experience, and I'm pretty sure everybody else who experienced it with you also felt that way. Before I finish this video off, I wanted to just apply some serum. Yeah, I wanted to apply some serum on my face, some vitamin C, Vitamin C is very good for your face, has very some positive benefits. Just rub that in there. But I hope you have enjoyed this video. I definitely have enjoyed making it. And I hope that you're going to use these tips because they have really helped me. And if you want me to do any videos on anything else in particular, please do let me know. But so far, I have really enjoyed making this video. I've enjoyed doing my skin. And I've enjoyed speaking about how to stop comparison because it's something that I have struggled with for a long time. But I feel like I'm finally understanding, okay, how to stop this and how to just be content in a way, like be happy with my life. It's very hard, it's a journey, but you watching this video is the first step. So I really am grateful for your love. I'm grateful for you clicking on this video. Please do subscribe to the channel for more amazing content. Please do like this video and please do share this video with anyone who you think may benefit from this video. That is everything from me, guys. So stay blessed. XOXO, love from Fikaya. Bye.